need a lot of things to say. It's a traditional Chinese thing. What can I say? Why I say it's a thing? Because it's so complicated. It's very hard to say what is Taiji. It's a combination of a lot of things. The Chinese people they put a lot of things in it. So now when you look at the perform or something like that, oh, that's Taiji, that's traditional Chinese thing. It's not so easy to explain very clearly. So today I try to use this 1 hour to explain something behind Taiji. What's really Taiji? The philosophy of the Chinese people or the Asian people, the East of the world, what they are thinking about, what's their idea. So first is the two concepts I will give you. Is something, bring this with you if you can. That means that will be convex versus concave. That's a shape, right? It's a shape. Okay, this is two concepts I want to give you first. So I have a theory. It's based on Taiji practice and lots of study of the Chinese philosophy things that we call this liang yilun. In Asian Chinese, there's some concept is very. If you learn from that famous book, Dao De Jing, how do you translate this? There is a Dao. You know there's a
Tao is
Tao, right? You have listened to this before, right? How you ever know this? In Tao, there is two basic concepts: is yin and yang. So yin yang is the two poles of the whole building of this philosophy. Two, like on the earth, there is a north and the south, the magnetic pole, right? Okay. So the first of my presentation will be 3 parts. First part is a short express of some series, a base. It's very simple. You will see it's very simple. It's very easy to understand. It seems has nothing to do with Taiji, but it is. And the second part is some explanation about something based on the theory. Now we go to the third part. So the third part we will talk about Taiji, and then we will go over to the first one, and you will understand Taiji much better than directly go there. That's what I want to give out. So in the whole theory, the first thing is the separation of two poles. In the whole Chinese philosophy, if you look at it, it's like make a mess. It's a big mess here and there, and you will always what's in there. But in the beginning, you have to separate it into two parts. One is yin, the other is yang. It's like from here, the whole world submit a very interesting looking. When you look at the whole world, there is something you call yin, there's something you call yang. This is the way you look at the whole world, all the things. I'll explain this later. When you separate these two things, you give them a concept, right? This is yin or this is yang, right? Okay, so what's relationship and what things between them, right? Okay, there's three very easy understanding principles. First, yin and yang is different. Okay, that makes sense, right? It is different, right? But it's very important. It's different. It's very easy to understand, but it's like what we call a gray rhino. What means a gray rhino? Do you hear about this? There's a word butterfly. A butterfly shake his wings and then cause a big problem, right? Mm-hmm. And the last year there's a book. The name is gray. I think it's a gray rhino. Rhino. That means a very big animal. Rhino, but people didn't notice them. People didn't notice, and then it caused a big problem. This comes from Wall Street. Have you heard about this? Anyway. So that means this principle is so simple, but nobody understands it. you ignore it. I will give you an example. Men and women, they are very different in adults, right? It's a big difference between man and woman. But when they are very young, they go to the same school, they have the same training. Do you notice that? They have the same training, and then the teacher will give them the same test, give you a credit or mark. You are 3+, you are 4+, they're in the same thing, right? Did you notice that something's wrong? It is wrong. It's a mistake. Because man and woman, they it's different. So you have to give different trainings according to their own nature. But nobody says. When they growing up, there are lots of misunderstanding, lost their role, they cannot understand each other, make a lot of mess. So this principle first, yin and yang is different. Keep this in mind, it's different. Okay, so what is the difference? First, shape. Shape, that's why I want to say the shape. One is convex. The other one is concave. Yin means concave, yang is convex. The shape is different. Okay, there's some my English is not so good. I try to use some words, maybe what means characteristics, some natures or some special things, right? Each one is different. And it's when you try to say which one is better, you will have what you call that is a standard, or what's the better word for the standard, or how you can say it's a good one or it's a bad one. What's the English word for that?衡量的标准。
Standard. Yeah.
Standard. Okay, standard. So different standard. In this one, if you say it's good here, maybe it's worse there. It's not good for them. If it's good for here, it's not good for here. So standard is different. When you say somebody is excellent, maybe this thing in a man is excellent, but in a woman it's not. Maybe it will make her feel very bad. Okay, so the first principle is yin and yang is different. It will grow out a big tree and explain a lot of things, but today we will concentrate only on the shape. So this hour we will concentrate only on the shape. Today's topic, I will explain the shape, why the shape is different, and make a big difference to understand this. So this is the first principle. The second one is exclude with simple and attract with opposite. What means exclude? Put together, right? Am I using the right word?
Push away would be it.
Oh yes, push away. Exclude is push away, right? Attract means go together, right? When you play with magic metals, you feel how easy when you put it will stick together, and if it's simple, you will feel it's very hard to put them together, right? Okay, so this is very simple and very easy to understand, and still people ignore them. You know, there is a study in China. They found when China, maybe 50 years ago or 100 years ago, the divorce rate in China is very low. The people there, the divorce rate is very low, and people have found somebody he didn't like him, or she doesn't like him, or he doesn't like him, but they still live together. They will not divorce. But as time goes by, the divorce rate is very higher and higher, and people will be confused. Why? Why this happen? And then there's some people they study about this, and then they find out a rule that because China is a developing country, and some Western countries, the United States, Canada, Australia, something, the divorce rate is higher and higher too, right? developed country has a higher divorce rate. Why? They give out the explanation is if the ladies they accept more, they are more higher educated, and divorce rate will be higher. Why? Still ask why? Why they have a higher education level, and then it will lead to a higher divorce rate? Because if under this theory you will understand this. Because if they accept the same kind of education, it will make them the same whole. Am I clear? This will lead to, you know what I mean? It's different. So the whole education system is designed for convex thing. I will explain this later. The whole education system in the whole world, not only in China but also in North America maybe, is designed for convex thing. So if something is concave, it will be destroyed or 削弱, weakened by the education system. Finally, there are some people, especially ladies, they will struggle between the whole education system. This is a conclusion interesting, but we will discuss this later. So keep this in mind. Something is interesting, exclude with simple and attract with opposite. The third one is, no matter you are the north, you are the south, no matter you are convex, you are concave, they are equal. It's easy to understand right here. They are equal. So, does it make sense? Yes. It seems so simple, but in the very ancient Chinese philosophy, it's equal. You cannot say convex is good or concave is good, they're equal. You know, even in the United States, we say, oh, it's a democratic country, it's a very good country for human rights. But maybe, if I'm not wrong, it's only after 1940, right? Ladies can vote. Am I right? So even in the United States, ladies and women and men, they're not equal. Right? They cannot vote until 1940s. So just keep this, oh, maybe equal is wrong. I don't
It's okay.
Sorry? What? Computer didn't give me a... So it's equal. Keep this in mind. We will talk about this later. When you show this is good, that is not good, if they are different, you cannot compare them. It's equal. Okay. This is the first page. Three principles. Very easy to understand, right? Okay. Now let's go to the convex and concave. First, it's a shape. Shape is very easy to understand, right? What means concave and what means convex. This is convex. This is concave, right? Okay. Where is the line here? Use convex, concave, right? Where is the line here? The line here is me, or is yourself. Somebody is himself. There's something for him or for me is convex. There's something for me is concave. I will show you what means this. For example, I'm speaking. I'm talking here. You are listening, right? So I'm convex, you're concave. You hear me, something, you understand something, you accept something. Concave. I move my hand here, you can see it, right? You can see it. Convex. I noticed Jeanette is there, I didn't say anything. What's this? It's concave, right? It's my feeling, it's my sense. So, for convex thing, it's if you change the word, you change something, somebody can see you, that's convex thing. If you feel the word, you have some sense about something when you eat, when you're reading, when you listen to the music, when you moved by some poem, when you listen to when you read the Bible, when you go to church, you hear something and you break into tears, that's called concave. Does it make sense? Okay, so there are some things that are convex. I'll give some examples. Mathematics, right? Mathematics, you calculate, you give this, and then it's right or wrong. Chemistry, science, physics, physics, 什么天文地理啊 geometry, something about the outside, that's convex. You can see them, they will change, right? They will change, you can do something. And there are some concave things related with yourself. That's feeling, sense. When you eat something, smell, a lot of things. Okay, what do you call the sixth? 第六感
Sixth sense.
Sixth sense, right? Remember this word? Sixth sense. What means sixth sense? There are five senses we would know what smell, taste, right? What means sixth sense? Who has the best sixth sense? Ladies, right? You know that?
You say ghost. 小 A 在 ghost.
You know, ladies, they have much more stronger sixth sense. Men, when you try to lie to ladies, it's very hard to succeed, right? They will find out immediately. Why? Now you understand, based on this theory, because their shape are concave. So they are good at these concave kinds of things. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Now you know how man is so stupid and so foolish, right? Because the shape is convex. They are strong. They can do lots of things, right? They can change the world. They can go to the moon, right? They can do something, but sometimes they are so stupid. They cannot do anything because the shape is convex. This is the area of what? Concave. Now you can understand. Another thing is, for example, all kinds of religions, Buddhism, Christian, even Islam. Some religions, what kind of this thing? This is a concave. So you can see, ladies, maybe they are more sensitive about these things. Do you realize this? It's very hard to persuade a man to believe there's a God. But in ladies, it's not a story. I will show this question here, just keep this in mind. For sense, feeling, they're concave. Now let's go deeper. What's the characteristics and the natures about concave things? There's some interesting thing. First, I don't know judge is a right word or not. That means, how can you say a concave thing? How can you describe the situation? It's oneself. It's subjective. What do you mean subjective?
Open to interpretation. Open to interpretation.
Open to. Anyway, so for concave thing, it's only yourself can say. Because I feel cold, right? I feel cold. I feel hungry. I try this food. It's very spicy. And I say it's very spicy, but you say, oh, it's just normal. It's you know what I mean. So for concave things, who is the judger? Yourself, or somebody himself, right? Can you feel the love of the God? Who can say this? Yourself. Can you feel it? Right? You can say, oh no, or yes, I get something, right? So for convex thing, it's not you or somebody self can say. Convex thing, mathematics, 1 + 1 = 2. Mathematics, you can say, I feel it should be 3. No, it's not your problem. It is there, right? It's objective. So all kinds of things. Something the judger is outside is convex. Am I clear? If it's concave, the judger should be yourself or somebody self. Okay, so the second one is if it can be compared or not. if can be compared from outside, if it's stronger, the higher, or the speed is faster, it's convexing. But if you cannot compare from outside, it's a concave thing. So just pay attention to concave things. This is the emphasis of this presentation. Concave things is different from something we are used to. Concave thing you cannot compare, because if I feel happy, you feel happy, how can you compare this? I have a pen, I feel it's good, but you say that doesn't make sense. You cannot compare. So comparable or not, remember this. 3 is, can be forced, compared or not. There are something, especially the feeling, the sense, you cannot force. The more you force, the more you destroy. So maybe you are a piano teacher, right? When you teach, you notice a good teacher is, if you push too much, you destroy the feeling of the students, the feeling of music, right? So you cannot force. You have to make themselves, they like music, they like playing piano, they like it, then you are a successful teacher. This especially in the education system in China or in some Asian countries, it's very bad. You know what I mean? When they try to educate or teach something to give this something to the children, they destroy their feelings. In some area, it's very bad to push too much. You push too much, the more you push, the more you destroy. In concave area, notice this. So there's some feeling about love, there's some feeling about beauty, there's some feeling about music, arts, a lot of things. When it's concave, it's destroyed by the whole system, education system. But in convex thing, mathematics, you can force, right? Remember this, 1 plus 1 equals 2. Or you will punish. And then you remember, you get to remember, idea, understand this, right? You can remember this. Some physical, some science, you have to do this, you have no choice. Okay, maybe in the North America, people are paying more attention about the first one. You cannot force, you cannot push. And then you will lose something. The child here may be a little bit less competitive, is the word, competitive about the convex thing. Am I clear? Because somebody complain, oh, the mathematics are about here, they're not so good as the Asian people, right? Because there's some convex thing, you have to push a little bit. For example, run, you have to run, you force him to run, and then he becomes stronger, right? He becomes slim, and then he becomes stronger. That's convex thing, you can put some force and compare, right? So, this is very interesting. I will tell you later about Taiji. And the 4 is environmental requirements. When you try to get some feeling, it's concave thing, what requirements you need? Quiet, relax, right? Then you can feel it. When you try to listen to some music, you have to be very quiet, right? You cannot be noisy, and then you at the same time you listen to the music. When you try to eat some food, when you try to really enjoy the food, you be quiet, relax, and then you can enjoy. A lot of concave things. When you read the Bible, you should be silent, right? Thinking, accept. So it needs some environmental requirements. In Buddhism, especially in Buddhism, the monks, they will live far away from the world, right? Lonely, quiet. Why? So all the religions, they're concave thing. You have to stay there, nobody will disturb you, then you can think or then you can feel something. That's environment requirements. But convex is another word. Convex doesn't make sense. It's not quiet, right? You can do, you can run, the more stressful and the more interesting, right? Even music. Remember, music has 2 kinds of music, right? Music. There's one kind of music, it's convex. The music from North America, from Africa, they're convex. When you heard the stress music, you will do like this, right? Yeah, like this. So it's convex. Doesn't make you feel something, but you will move, follow it. There's some music you will feel moved, and you will be silent. It's concave music. Especially, I find this difference, especially when I hold the Chinese New Year Festival, Gala. There's some music from from China especially, typically it's concave thing. You sit there, you have to be very quiet. You hear, if you understand them, you'll be moved. If you cannot understand, it's boring, right? You get the feeling? Concave. Even music has concave music and convex. So it's the environment will change something. If you go something is very noisy, there are lots of things come here, you cannot do the concave things good. Am I clear? Okay. So the fifth is a very interesting phenomenon. I call this cheat. Cheat means I didn't tell truth to you, right? So a lot of things, if it's concave, it's hard to say it's good, it's true or not, because you remember, I am the judge. I tell you what, right? I think you are good, but actually you are not. Actually, I don't think that, but I will tell you it is. So there are lots of bad people in this area, concave, because it's very easy. You know how there are lots of people. They said, "Oh, I follow some religious or something. I'm doing good things, and then they can get some money from somewhere, right? Because you cannot judge. You cannot judge from outside. Is he a good or bad man? So in concave things, they're very easy to cheat. How can I express this? It's a lot of forces here in this area. In convex, it's harder to cheat, because if you are strong, show me, right? If you go fast, show me. It's easy to judge. This is a 童话怎么说？童话忘了。
Fairy tale.
Huh?
Fairy tale.
Fairy tale from the emperor's new clothes. Right? Remember this? Why this happened? Because the two bad men, 骗子怎么说？ Two bad men,
Liars.
two liars, tell people, right? If you cannot see this, you are not a good man, right? Remember that story? So you can see this or not. It's what kind of thing? It's a concave thing, right? I can see, I cannot. Oh, if you cannot see, then you are stupid, or you're not good. They mix them up, so they make this story. Make concave, they mix them up. We can find a lot of things. If you try to mix them up, we'll make a lot of interesting things. Think about this. If you mix this, especially when you are married, and you will find this lots of things like this concave, convex thing. Okay, so concave things, they have another characteristics or nature. It's concave thing. That's somebody's feeling, right? So it's very easy for you to make friends with have same feeling, who has the same feeling, right? If you, for example, if I like some spicy food, it's very easy to make friends with somebody else who likes spicy food. If somebody read the Bible, he's a Christian, it's very easy to make friends with them because we have the same feeling. I can feel something. So you will see some people when they are in a concave situation, maybe concave means you try to invite or ask other people to come with you. This is a concave situation. For example, if I try the restaurant is good, so I will tell friends, oh, their food there is good, let's try there, right? if I practice if I enjoy some music, I will invite some other people to enjoy this. I want to share, yes, share with them, share the feeling. SHAR. That's why people in one religion, the normally way they will do is invite you to their organization or their church or their temple, right? Because they want to have more people, they have same feeling, and then they will not feel lonely. Am I clear? So it's convex is not the same. In politics,